Imagine you enter a secure vault. You place $100,000, the result of a decade of hard work, into a safe. You lock it, take the key, and walk away. You are told your money is safe. 10 years later, you return. You unlock the safe. The $100,000 is still there. Every bill is accounted for. The number hasn't changed. But when you walk outside to spend it, you realize a terrifying truth. That money, which once could have bought a small home, can now barely afford the down payment on a car. No one stole your key. No one broke into the vault. Yet, your wealth has evaporated. This isn't a ghost story. It is the reality of your savings account. We've been conditioned since childhood to believe that saving is winning. But in the modern financial system, holding cash isn't a strategy for security. It is a slow-motion theft of your life's energy. Today, we go behind the curtain of central banking to reveal how the system is designed to make you lose, even when you think you're winning. To understand how your money is being stolen, we have to understand what money actually is. For centuries, money was hard. It was backed by gold. A dollar wasn't just a piece of paper. It was a receipt for a specific amount of physical gold held in a vault. This meant governments couldn't just create more money out of thin air because they couldn't create more gold out of thin air. But on August 15, 1971, the world changed. President Richard Nixon temporarily suspended the convertibility of the dollar into gold. In that moment, money stopped being an asset and started being a fiat, a Latin word meaning by decree. Money became valuable only because the government said it was. This severed the anchor. The constraints were gone. The printing presses were cleared for takeoff. And this is the exact point where your savings account became a liability. When a government needs money but doesn't want to raise taxes, which is politically unpopular, they ask the central bank to print it. When the supply of money increases, but the supply of goods and services stays the same, the value of every existing dollar drops. This is inflation. But inflation isn't just prices going up. Inflation is a hidden tax on everyone who holds the currency. The banking trick: banks encourage you to keep your money in a savings account. They might offer you a 0.5% or 1% interest rate. They tell you your money is growing. Meanwhile, the real inflation rate, the cost of things you actually need like housing, healthcare, and education, is rising at 5%, 8%, or even 10% per year. The math of theft: if your bank gives you 1% interest, but inflation is 7%, you are losing 6% of your purchasing power every single year. You aren't saving. You are paying the bank for the privilege of letting them devalue your labor. How do banks profit from this? Through a system called fractional reserve banking. When you deposit $1,000, the bank doesn't keep it in the vault. They are legally allowed to lend out 90% of it. But it gets deeper. That lent out money gets deposited into another bank, which lends out 90% of that. Through this multiplier effect, the banking system creates money out of nothing. You have to work 40, 50, or 60 hours a week to earn your money. A bank creates it with a keystroke. This creates an environment where those who borrow, the government and the ultra-wealthy, are rewarded because they pay back their loans with cheaper, devalued dollars. Those who save, the middle class, are punished because their stored labor is being diluted. Look at the data. Since 2020 alone, nearly 40% of all US dollars in existence were printed. We are seeing the consequences right now. In the 1960s, a single-income family could buy a home, a car, and save for retirement. Today, two-income households are struggling to pay rent. It's not that the house became better or more valuable. It's that the currency used to measure it became trash. The pattern is repeating. The Roman Empire debased their silver coins until they were mostly copper. The Weimar Republic printed marks until they were used as wallpaper. Today, we don't use digital zeros. But the result is the same: the total destruction of the saver. So, what do you do when the very act of saving is a trap? 1. Cash is a tool, not a store of value. Keep enough cash for emergencies, 3 to 6 months, but understand that anything beyond that is a melting ice cube. Do not store your life's work in a medium that can be printed into oblivion. 2. Seek hard assets. Move your wealth into things that cannot be easily manufactured or printed. Real estate, gold, Bitcoin, or ownership in high-quality companies, equities. These assets float on top of the sea of inflation. 3. Understand your hourly purchasing power. Stop measuring your wealth in dollars. Measure it in what those dollars can buy. If your salary went up 3% but your rent went up 15%, you didn't get a raise, you got a pay cut. The system is designed to keep you on a treadmill. It requires you to keep working to replace the value that is being drained from your bank account every day. You are trading your most finite resource, time, for something the government can produce for free. If you keep your head in the sand and follow the traditional advice of 1950, you will reach the end of your life with a pile of paper that buys nothing. The theft is happening right now, in slow motion. The only way to stop it is to stop being a saver and start being an owner. If this video opened your eyes to how the banking system actually works, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. In our next video, we're going to break down the Cantillon effect and show you exactly who gets the new money first and why it is never you. Don't let them steal your time. I'll see you in the next one.